Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Alexis, aka Scandalex, if you couldn't tell by the title. Today we're getting into a good old-fashioned Q&A, giving you guys an update on my life here in Atlanta and a lot of other stuff. So stay tuned if you're interested, and shout out to you if you asked me a question on Instagram, because y'all came through for real. So you guys are gonna watch me answer these questions while I am curling this beautiful hair from Klaiyi. Shout out to them. I'm gonna give you guys all the details in the description box below. So make sure you check that out. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. All right guys, before we get into these questions, we are gonna start off with, as always, thanking today's sponsor. So today's sponsor is KlaiyiHair. They sent me over this bomb closure wig with the honey highlights. Okay, it's giving very 2000s vibe. I had a wig like this before from not Forever 21, from Beauty Forever Hair, and it was nice like this too. It just was not a closure wig, it was a frontal wig. But I like this closure wig. They're such low maintenance. They're so much easier to install. I think this is 22 or 24 inches. I don't know, check the description box, guys. So I went ahead and washed it, I installed it, and I straightened it. And look how nice it is. Look how nice this hair is. This hair is nice. This hair is nice, okay? So what we're gonna do today was we're going to curl this hair while we answer some questions from you all. Okay, so let's get into some of these questions. You guys asked so many questions, as always. If you participated, thank you. So, where should I start? Do you have a 9 to 5 in Atlanta, or are you doing YouTube full time? So, by the grace of God himself, I'm able to do YouTube full time. I do not have a 9 to 5. I do not plan on looking for a 9 to 5 unless I have to. But right now, yeah, YouTube is paying the bills, honey. YouTube is paying the bills. Another question I had was, how long were you on YouTube before you started getting paid from YouTube? That was another question that a lot of you guys were asking. So I've only been on YouTube for a year and a half. My first video was March of 2019, and that was my Tokyo vlog when I went over to Tokyo with my sisters, and I vlogged it. That was my very first video. That's still up. So I've been on here for a year and a half. I didn't get my first paycheck from YouTube. Literally, it was a year. I didn't get my first paycheck until March of 2020. So this past March, I got my first YouTube paycheck, which is crazy to think, like, cause my first YouTube paycheck, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it was so cute. Like, it was like $250 or something, but you don't even know, I was so proud of myself, like, cause y'all don't know how difficult it is to really like start getting that bag on YouTube. Like, so you have to have 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 watch hours. Yeah, for some people that's really hard to get. Like, I got it fairly quickly, and the thing is, I could have got it sooner. I could have started getting paid sooner on YouTube if it was for my consistency. Like, at first, when I first started, I wasn't that consistent on here. Like, I would post maybe like once a month. So it just depends on how much you're gonna be posting and how consistent you're gonna be with your content, and then you can hit those goals sooner. So back to what I was saying, yeah, it's really crazy how it all came about, because my first paycheck on YouTube was $200. And I was like, okay, this is super cute. Like, but never, you know, I didn't think I was gonna be able to, you know, not have a 9 to 5. Like, anytime you get a $200 paycheck, you're not like, okay, let me quit my job. Like, no, bitch. Like, $200 don't pay for nothing around here. But I seen that $200 double and then quintuple and quadruple, and then I think quadruple is after quintuple or something like that. Anyway, basically, I seen the $200 go from $200 to an actual paycheck. So, and I seen that in a matter of months. And I don't know if that's normal. So I don't take it for granted, because there's a lot of people on YouTube that it takes them a long time to get to where they can, you know, like to quit their job or do YouTube full time. So I'm very grateful that it only took me like 6 months of getting paid on YouTube to be able to just do YouTube full time. And it's not just YouTube, you know that with influencers, you get paid from YouTube, but you also get paid from sponsorship. So it's not just YouTube that they're getting paid from. We have multiple streams of income. But I'm very grateful for my YouTube journey. And this is just the beginning. Like I said, I've only been on here for a year. So I'm still really, really new to the YouTube world. I'm still learning a lot. But I'm here to stay, boys and girls. I'm here to stay. I'm here to grow with you. I want you guys to grow with me, see me from where I started to where I'm going. And all that. So YouTube is my baby. YouTube is my full-time job, to answer that question. That was kind of long-winded. All right, I'm not gonna try to make all these long-winded, but y'all know I talk a lot. So what made you want to move to Atlanta, and how are you liking it so far? So I've always, not as long as I can remember, but as long as I could grasp the thought of being out on my own, I've wanted to move to Atlanta. And that was a big question. There's a gnat. Stupid fucking gnat. First and foremost, I can remember like visiting back. I used to visit all the time growing up, but I remember visiting back maybe when I was like 12 or 13, and we went to the Battle of the Bands, and I fell in love with that's when I fell in love with HBCUs. First and foremost, that's why I realized like, okay, I gotta go to HBCU, and I just fell in love with all the black people. Because growing up in Pittsburgh, like, you just don't see stuff like that. Like, Pittsburgh is not diverse. I'm sorry. So it was a culture shock when I came down here and I fell in love. And I was like, oh my God, I definitely need to be in Atlanta. I want to raise my family in Atlanta. I want to move to Atlanta at some point in my life. And that some point happened to be after college. So it was either like here or Texas. I was thinking like Dallas or something. But I just knew that I had to get out of Pittsburgh. I was reading, and honestly, let me tell you how bad Pittsburgh is just for women of color. Like, they did a top 5 worst cities for black women, just like overall, and Pittsburgh is number 2. So it's Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Augusta, Milwaukee, and Detroit are the 5 worst cities for black women. When it comes to worst 5 for educational outcomes for black women, Pittsburgh is number 2 again. And then when it comes to worst 5 for economic outcomes for black women, Pittsburgh is number 3. So if you thought I was just gonna be chilling in Pittsburgh, you thought wrong, honey. You thought wrong. Like, it's not even, I'm not just saying that. Like, statistically, Pittsburgh is not good for black women, black people in general. It's just not. If you truly want to make something of yourself, baby, you got to get the hell up out of there. And everyone from Pittsburgh knows that. So, not trying to shit on my city or anything, but I just knew that I had to get out. And I've always loved Atlanta. So I knew I wanted to come here. And it was just a plus because a lot of you asked, like, did you move down to Atlanta just for your boyfriend, or did you move down there for you? Like, I was already planning on coming to Atlanta since I was, you know, since before my boyfriend, but it was just definitely a plus that he was already down here. It was like, okay, like, now it's just like, it's like meant to be. Like, I got my little boyfriend down here, and even if things don't work out in our favor, I'm still in the city that I want to be in regardless. So it worked out perfectly. And I can't wait to, because I'm still, like, I've only been here for 2 months. So I can't wait to really start getting my feet wet, really start meeting new people, really start getting comfortable with the city. I know once I get comfortable with Atlanta for real, oh, it's on and popping. Come on, curl. Come on, curl. Okay. I love a loose wave curl. It's just so pretty. This hair is so fire. Okay, so I also had a lot of boyfriend questions. Like, y'all just want to know what's going on in my relationship, so I'll answer a few. Okay, how did you meet? How did you meet your boyfriend? We actually met years ago. Years ago. It was like a ghetto college thing, okay? So it was spring break. So if you've been to Miami during spring break, then you know, like, it's just crazy. So we were on, I feel like he remembers better than I do. My memory's trash. We were on South Beach walking with my friends, you know, and I guess he seen me and was like, something slick. You know how niggas say slick shit, like, you know, I need you, or something slick he said. And he always been like a partier. So I remember he had this backpack and he pulled out, because I think we asked him for liquor or something. And I remember he pulled out like this big ass bottle of Henny. I think it was either Henny or Ciroc. But back then, like, if you had a whole big ass bottle of Henny or a whole big ass bottle of Ciroc, you was, you know, you was the shit. Like, because they didn't have like the Class Azules and the 1942s. Like, we wasn't on that yet. And he like poured us up some drinks. It was so good. Like I said, it was so ghetto. And then we ended up in him and his friend's car or something. But it's a blur. Like I said, it was a blur because one, it was years ago. I was 20 years old. I'm 24 now. And I actually might have been 19. I was 19 or 20. Might have been 19. And that's the most I remember. He remembers more, and his friend remembers more too, because his friend remembers me from that long ago. So basically that's how we met. Like, so we didn't meet recently. I've been known him for years. I just had a boyfriend. So, you know, we had exchanged, I don't know if we exchanged numbers. I think we just exchanged social media because I had a boyfriend. And I don't think I was that trifling. I don't know. We exchanged social media, and he had just like, you know, for years he was just, you know, he said he was watching me grow. He said he seen me, he said it's funny because he's seen me like go from like a little girl to a grown woman. He like watched my transformation over the years on social media. He said that to me before, and I actually think it's kind of cute. So when it was finally his turn, because I was with my ex, my bum ass ex, for years throughout college. When that was finally dead, he was like, all right, it's my turn. Like, it's my time to make a move. Like it's always a nigga ready to take your spot. To the men watching, like, listen, if you're not treating your girl right, it's cool when she leaves you. There's always 3, 4, 5, 6 men ready to take your spot. Like, as soon as she posts her little single caption on Instagram, trust me, it is niggas who been waiting for that post for years. And he was one of them, like, oh yeah, oh what, you single? Oh bet. I'm flying you out next weekend. Like, and that's what happened. And so it was from Miami to social media for years. Like, he would always DM me and shit like that, but I had a boyfriend, so he would play his role. He wasn't ever like crazy disrespectful or nothing. And then flew out, and now look. Now look, okay, we're in a whole ass relationship. It just happened, you know. It just like wasn't nothing planned. It just like, he was doing his thing for years, I was doing my thing for years, and then when it was time, it was time. And a lot of you guys asked what my boyfriend's profession is. He ain't a scammer. He's not a drug dealer. A lot of y'all motherfuckers be getting on my nerves like, oh, he's a scammer. Is that why you don't show his face? Because he's a scammer? Is he married? Is he a drug dealer? No, bitch. He's not none of that. We're both college educated, carrying degrees. He has a background in sports. He used to play basketball, and now he's a sports manager. And he's signed with Quality Control in their sports management sector of that. So he does all types of things, okay? He is a hustler. He has multiple hustles. That's what I like about him. I know we ain't never gonna go broke, okay? But yeah, he's a hustler, but he's not a scammer, and he's not a drug dealer. No kids, no baby mama drama, no none of that, okay? So just a quick story time. Just being honest with y'all, like, I tried to date a few drug dealers back in high school. Like, this is back in high school when I didn't know no damn better. And I remember I had this one guy come pick me up from school. He was a drug dealer. And I don't even think I knew he was a drug dealer. I don't know, I might have, I don't know. But I know he picked me up in his nice little, remember he had like a nice car for high school. I don't know, I was like, oh, okay. And then he started taking me on his drug runs with him. Literally taking me on his drug runs. Collecting money, he was throwing money like under my feet. You know, he would stop, meet somebody, and then like put the money. I was like, take me home, take me home. I was like, the ghetto. Like, and I knew from right then, I was like, you know what, this ain't for me. I've had my hand at drug dealers, and I'm not into, you know, free my man, free my man. No, honey, I don't. It's not for everybody. It's for some people, and it's not for everybody. It's not for me. But that's that on that. And I'm gonna answer one more boyfriend question. You guys had a lot. Maybe two. One, maybe two. Have you and your boyfriend discussed children and marriage yet? Yes, we have. Absolutely. I feel like anytime you're in a serious relationship, you're gonna discuss at some point the children's. Let's just say, I don't want no kids right now. I don't want kids right now. He's ready for kids. Sorry, babe, to put all your business out there, but he's ready for kids, but me, not right now. I told him he gotta wait a few years. I wanna live out my 20s. I wanna collect this bag. I wanna travel. I wanna be selfish before I commit to some children, okay? So I told him, give me a few years. Give me that ring and you can have whatever you want. Shit. Just give me some time. He said, all right, give me some time. Now to give him some time to get his funds right for this ring. This ring, okay? But if, you know, a lot of shit happens. If this happens, I'm just letting him know the steps. But that's if, you know, kids and marriage is just so serious. Like, that to me, like, yeah, I don't want to waste nobody's time and nobody should want to waste my time, but like, I'm 24 years old. I cannot see me. I can see myself married for sure. But right now, oh my God, 24, married? Kids, I'm just not in the, like, mentally, I'm just not there. Like, the way I sweat, like break out in a sweat, just lets me know mentally I'm not there. I'm not ready for kids. So yes, we talked about it, but I need a few years first. Oh, child, I need a few years. At the end of the day, I can say whatever I want, but God got his own plans for me, and God is in control. So if he says, I'm ready for you to have some kids in 3 months, it is what it is. You know, he is in control, I am not. So that's that on that. And then one last question with me and my relationship. Do you guys plan on, have you guys talked about moving in together? You know, we talked about it, and I had the option to move in with him. If you guys have been following me and watching my videos, I had the option to move in with him. He offered me, like, just move in with me, blah, 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 so you don't have to pay rent, you don't have to worry about nothing. I was like, you know, that sounds good, but I feel like it's so important as a woman to just have your own, like, cause you know how these niggas be. Like, y'all know, like, I love my boyfriend, but you know, men, in the end of the day, like, men mess up, okay? Men act up, men get cold feet, men do whatever they want to do. So in the end of the day, you need to have, it's so important to have your own. Be able to stand on your own 2 feet without anyone, to not depend on anyone, especially a man who's not your husband. That's just period, point blank. Like, you need to be able to pay your own bills. You need to be able to have your own. You need to be able to depend on yourself. Like, we'll see if, you know, my feelings change around that when the time comes. But right now, I feel like I'm gonna have my own until until someone pops that question. Then when you pop that question, all right, we really gonna have to move as a unit. So ladies, if you don't learn nothing else from this video, if you don't take nothing else, just know it's important for you to, ooh, these curls. It's important for you to have your own, no matter what a man has, you need to be able to carry your own as well. I feel like a man should be able to provide, period. But I feel like a woman should have her own and want her own. It's about the women that don't want it, who don't care to have their own, who don't care to be a boss ass bitch. Like, why you don't want to be your own? Like, why you don't want to make your own moves? Like, I don't know, but that's just my take on it. I think I want to shape this up a little bit. I think these curls came out so cute. Yes, this hair really curls so nicely in this new flat iron. Don't play with me. Okay, my hair is done. I'm probably just gonna end up like combing my fingers through it a little bit just because I like the wavy curls better. So my hair is pretty much done at this point. It's actually really nice, I love it. But I'm still gonna answer a few more questions for you guys because why not? All right, so let's get into some more of these questions. You know, I had to grab me some wine. Let's get into it. I saw you at Lenox Mall, but I didn't want to bother you. Do you mind subscribers saying hi? Of course not. You guys are like real people. I'm a real person. Like, just say, hey girl. I'm like, hey girl, what's up? What's your name? You know, like, I would love for you guys to speak when you see me. You know, I'm a nice person. You know what I'm saying? I don't look nice. I've heard I got the, you know, I got the bitch face on half the time. I'm the same Lex in person that you see behind the camera, so you can definitely say, hey, what's up when you see me. What are your coping mechanisms for when you're feeling down, depressed, etc.? One of my coping mechanisms when I'm feeling like sad, I feel like I know what my coping mechanism is. When I'm sad, I just crawl into my shell and mind my own business. Like, and a lot of people can't do this, so I don't know if it's like a good thing or a bad thing, but when I'm feeling down or sad, a lot of the times I push people away. Like, I don't want to talk to anyone for, it could be like days at a time, or it could be like weeks at a time. It's not always that I'm sad, but I get to a point where I just don't feel like being bothered with anyone, and I just need time to myself. That's how I need my space. So that's a coping mechanism. I just kind of shut the world out and focus on myself. Like, I just focus on, because I make myself happy. I'm truly my own best friend. Like, it's the weirdest shit in the world. But I'm my own best friend, so it's like I don't need no one else to pull me out of a funk. I kind of gradually pull myself out, but by doing that I have to shut everyone else out, because everyone else's energy, I can't, when I'm in that low space, everyone else's energy is just too much for me. If that makes any sense, like, that's how I am. When vlogging around friends, do you show them their parts beforehand or edit, post, and go? Girl, we edit, post, and go. Like, I'll give you a disclaimer at the beginning, like, do you mind being on camera? Like, do you mind being on my blog? And if they say, I don't care, like, it is what it is. Like, you're gonna see this vlog when I post it, just like everyone else. Like, it's too much to show your friends their parts, and because they can be like, no, I don't, no, like, this is real life, baby, so it is what it is. What would you tell your 20-year-old self? One, to start a YouTube, because honestly and truly, I probably would have not finished college if I would have been on YouTube sooner, and if I would have seen the potential I had to grow on YouTube back when I was 20. I truly might not have finished college. But everything happens for a reason. My plan was my plan. It was God's plan. It wasn't my plan, you know? So everything happened for a reason. But if I was 20, I really wish I would have started on YouTube earlier. So that and focus on me. I would not have dated in college. I would have said, no girl, you are not dating in college. You're gonna focus on you. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna live your early 20s without the stress of a boyfriend. So I would told myself that. And then what else? That's it. That's it, right? That's all I have right now. That's how you know I didn't make too many bad decisions. Because yeah, I don't have too much to tell my younger self. Now when I'm 30 and it's like, okay, now what would you tell yourself in your 20s? Like, I can't wait for that video. Like, because I'm sure I'm gonna have a list of things. I feel like your 20s are about like finding yourself, and like no one has it all figured out when they're 20, like in their 20s. No one has it all figured out in their 20s. Like, no matter how much people might seem like they're, you know, all together and they're perfect and their life is going, everything is going so great, no one really has life figured out in their 20s. So it's all a learning process for sure. And I'm just learning as I'm going. I'm excited to see what's to come for me. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know. I know I have so much potential, but it's just like what's gonna happen? Who knows? Stay tuned. Hey Lex, do you have any tips for getting your first apartment? Tips on your first apartment. Save your money. Shit. Save, save, save. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, moving is dumb expensive. Like moving and then furnishing your apartment at that. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I probably spent upwards of $10,000, if more, on the entire process. Like, it's just expensive. Like, from security deposits to like the furnishing to, you know, like shit's expensive, especially when you want to do things all on your own. You don't want to ask people for nothing. Like, doing it all on your own is expensive. So I would just say save your money. If you have the option to move back home with parents, that's what I did after college. I moved back in with my parents, saved some money, so I wasn't struggling, you know, so I had some money, I had some cushion to fall back on. That's my biggest thing. Like, make sure you got some money, okay? Make sure you have some money, make sure your credit's good, and make sure that you did some research on the place that you're gonna be living. That's about it. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? When I'm 29, I can see myself married at 29. Can see myself married, 29, maybe about to pop a child out. See myself with a big platform on here. I want like a big platform. We'll see in 5 years. I want to be comfortable, I want to be secure, a business. I do want to start a business. I do. I don't know what business it's gonna be yet, but I do know that I'm gonna have to start a business if I want to be where I want to be financially. Like, YouTube will be cute. Like, YouTube is a nice check, okay? I know, especially for the years to come. Like, I know, God willing, it's gonna be a good check. But if you wanna, you know, you gotta have multiple streams of income. So I'm definitely gonna start a business. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. But I definitely see that in my future. Oh, a lot of you guys also asked about my medium reading. I had, if you watch this video, it's a video I posted a few months before I moved down here. I had seen a medium, talked to a medium, and a lot of you guys just want an update on that, and I'll give you guys a quick update. She was amazing, by the way. I'm gonna link that video below. So if you haven't seen it, you can kind of go back and reference. But a lot of the stuff, all my friends went to her. And a lot of the stuff that she was saying did come true. Like, not true, but it came to light. So, like, for example, she said moving down here will be good for me, financially, all that stuff, which happened to be true. She said when it came to career-wise, she seen me doing something that had multiple umbrellas, something that was creative, something that I was basically in control of. That ended up being my YouTube, because there's multiple umbrellas from YouTube. You know, you can be as creative as you want. This is my own platform. I can do whatever I want. There's different opportunities coming at me already. So that was my YouTube. She also said that my relationship looked good. and everything has been good. She told me not to bring anything from any of my old relationships into my new relationships, like make sure everything was like sealed, packed, and you know, done, thrown out like before my relationship. I think that was kind of a warning for something that may have come true and to light, but it's all taken care of now. So the only thing, oh, she said something about yoga. Like she said I was gonna do like a collaboration with yoga, something to do with yoga. I did 2 collaborations with Purple She and their yoga sets. So I mean, something came true about my friends. She had said something that I'm not gonna really share with you guys about, you know, my friends, and that had came true. The only thing that really hasn't come true yet, knock on wood, I only got glass here. She said I was gonna have car troubles in July. I never had car troubles. So that's the only thing that she said that that didn't really make any sense. But everything else that she said has come true. Remember she said I was having twins? Yeah, so we're waiting on that. She said I'm gonna have twins in a few years though, so I ain't gotta worry about that right now. But she definitely said I was having 2 babies at once, and that would be done. Do your mom and your dad watch your YouTube videos? Yes, they watch my YouTube videos, and they'll call me and be like, hey, I just watched your vlog. Stop cussing so much. I'm like, okay. But yes, they do catch up with my videos, especially now that I am all the way in Atlanta and they're in Pittsburgh. They want to check up on their daughter, see what she's up to. So they'll definitely watch my vlogs. They'll probably watch this one. I don't know if they'll make it all the way through, but hey y'all, let me shout out my mom and dad because they're so cute. This is them. They're so cute. They send picture mail when they go places. And their 25th anniversary is coming up in the next few weeks, so I'll be visiting home. Some of you guys asked, do I miss home? Like, do I miss Pittsburgh? No. I don't miss Pittsburgh. I miss my family sometimes, but you guys have to remember that from high school I went to college. So I went from Pittsburgh to North Carolina. For 4.5 years I was away from my family. So me moving down here wasn't like a shock because I've been away from them for years at a time before. So FaceTime is a thing, so it's not bad. And I can go visit whenever I want to for a few days. Okay, so we're gonna do one more. This is kind of like, this kind of goes more with the, when I did my What Would Lex Do video. I probably will do one of those again soon. But this is, it's you and 2 other best friends. 2 of them are not getting along. How do you handle it? Do you confront whoever is in the wrong, or do you just not talk about it with either of them? So me, I hate being in the middle of anything. Like, I don't like it. Don't put me in the middle of your bull crap. I don't want to be in it. But the one thing about me is, if I have 2 friends and they're not getting along, I try to remain neutral. But if there's someone that's clearly wrong, I would definitely be like, okay, well, you are wrong. Like, I'm gonna always tell somebody when they wrong, period. Like, you're wrong. I'm not just gonna agree with you just because you're my friend. I'm gonna remain neutral, but I will tell whoever's wrong that they're wrong. And sometimes there isn't a person who's completely wrong. Like, sometimes they're both wrong. And I'll tell both of you, like, y'all both motherfucking wrong. Like, what y'all gonna do? So that's I hate that. That's one of the worst situations you could ever be in, is to be in the middle of 2 friends who are not getting along. It's literally like the worst feeling ever. Like, what the fuck? Like, really? Y'all 2? Can y'all just get it together? Can y'all just squash it? I hate being the mediator. I'd rather just, I'm not in it. I ain't in it. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. So that was the last question, guys. I don't know. This video, I feel like it's gonna be super long. I might have to edit some things out. If you guys made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys a lot for asking me questions on Instagram. I'm gonna do these Q&As every few months because I like them. You guys ask me some good questions, and it's basically just giving you guys an update on my life. So if you enjoyed, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment, follow me on all social media, and I will see you guys on my next video.